Okay friends, so today I'm going to show you my eyebrow routine. It's super simple and I use two products. I feel like I just wanted my eyebrows kind of in the frame, but I feel like I'm too high up. Okay, so the very first thing I always use is the Imethod Beauty brow wax. I have not tried and played around with more brow waxes, but I feel like now that I've gotten the hang of it, I will start using brow waxes more. I really want to try the one from NYX and Anastasia Beverly Hills. I want to try a bunch of them, but so far from Imethod Beauty, I have been loving it. And just to show you, there goes the topper. I mean, oh, I hope you can see. Can you see how much I've literally dug into there? It was all the way to the top. That's how much I love it. And I don't even know where the plastic went. I don't know what made me try this. So I got it. It was sent to me in the mail. It was sent to me by the company and I was like, I'll try it, but I'm not like a huge brow wax fan. But mostly I was trying the eye stamper. This was just sent with it. And one day I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a try and just see. And I am obsessed with it. It is fabulous. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Charlie. I love doing lifestyle videos. I love doing makeup, plus size content, anything that entertains you at the end of the day, vlogging, or just brings you a little bit of happiness. So if that sounds amazing so if that sounds interesting, I would absolutely love you to stick around and subscribe and be a part of all of this. So I use two products. Now that I've introduced myself, just two products. I use this and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder in Granite. So mostly I focus on this gray one, but I do love the darker one. These are cool tone, they're neutral, and I think they are just perfect. Now, you don't need this product because it is pretty expensive. You could use eyeshadow, you could use your brow pencil, you could use anything, but I'm just showing you what I use. I've had this, look at that, barely dented, and I've had this now 3 or 4 years. I know you're not supposed to keep it, but for very long, but it's a powder product, you guys, and I'm not throwing away a $25 product. So what I do is this comes with 2 spoolies that you're supposed to clean after every use, and of course you never do because I'm lazy. So I just save the spoolies off of like old brow pencils. You could use a regular spoolie. Now listen, you don't need a lot of this. You could definitely go overboard really fast, and I've done it. So what I end up doing, let me just get a little mirror out so that I can see exactly what I'm doing while I'm talking to you, because I gotta find a way to be able to see and film. It's so hard because I don't have contact lenses, but I'm literally so nearsighted, it's pathetic. So you guys, I take like the littlest amount and I start right here in the front of my brow. And I just start brushing them up. Now, I am somebody who is like kind of like, I don't really love that fluffy brow look. It's not my favorite. Then I dip in again just a little bit and I start working at the tail. But I don't know if it's just the shape of my brow, but I don't just brush them up. I brush them over as well, as you can see. And these are not going to budge. With this product, these don't budge. And like here, I'll dip a little bit more, and I'm dipping such a small amount. And then I'm going to go in here and get this unruly brow. And look, all in place. Now, if I didn't have foundation in my brows, that's why they look a little light. I could probably get away with not using any product in my brow other than this because it sets it so well. So here we go. This brow is set. It's not going anywhere and it's ready to be filled in. Now I'm going to let that kind of just get more tacky instead of wet. That way, when I go in with the brow product, it doesn't go on super duper dark, because obviously if you have a wet brush or a wet product, it's going to be darker. And I've made that mistake a few times. Of course, it's trial and error with this, but I noticed that if I don't let them dry for a few minutes, the brows are definitely going to be dark. And I've been trying to go for a more, obviously not natural, but I'm trying to not be so harsh with my brows. I'm someone who still can't get out of like 2018. I still kind of love that brow, but I'm trying to just lighten it up a little bit. So I'm just combing them into place where I want. That muck right there, now that isn't the product. I don't want people being like, ooh, what is that? That's because I have a lot of powder and foundation in my brows. So if I didn't, you could definitely do your brows first. If I didn't, that wouldn't happen. But I'm going to fix that when I put my powder in. Again, here is what the product looks like. And let me show you the gel. It's really nice. I mean, and it's affordable, you guys. I think this was, I don't want to say the wrong number, but under 15, but I think like 11 bucks on Amazon. And I even recommend their brow stamp or their eyeliner stamp. Now I let my sister try it, and what she found, the only issue was it was very, very stiff and thick and hard to work with. Now for my eyebrow brush, I have two of the same ones. I don't vary with eyebrow brushes. So I go onto Amazon and I go and I put Eco Tools Shade and Defined. This is their Shade and Define brush. It's $3 on Amazon. So you get this really nice flat shader brush. Is that the shader side? Yes. That way you could go under the brow if you wanted to. You could use this for concealer. It's kind of fat, so I wouldn't. But I go for this Define. After a few uses, it gets really good because, of course, it's dirty. And it's better when it's like kind of yucky. But it's a great eyebrow brush. If this is too thick for you, definitely use whatever is easier for you. Okay, so I've never done my brows on camera like this, really, I don't think. Or maybe I did do it one time. It's hard. So what I do is, because there is a little bit of built up product, I don't tap a lot. So what I do is I just go into the gray and I kind of tap it off just a little bit in case there's too much. And I always start with the front of my brow underneath. So what I do is I start right here and I kind of just map out what I want to do. And then I'll bring it up here so I can just get an idea. And I just started smoothing the hairs down, but also filling it in. And I kind of curve. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to think I'm crazy, but the brow filter on TikTok, excuse my bed not being made. Oh my God. Whatever. This is real life. I'm sorry. The brow TikTok filter on the brow filter on TikTok that shows you where you should like anatomically correctly put your brow, is that the right word? Is correct. And I think that it might look weird at first, but that is proper. I mean, you really should be lining it up here. What is it? Like here, from the bridge of your nose to here, and then the end of your eye is actually correct. Now you can modify it. Don't let people tell you what to do. And I just dip back in and start reworking the product. Don't tell anybody what to do when it comes to makeup. It's just for fun. Now with my tail, it just depends on my mood. If I go straighter out or more rounded, it just really depends. I do dip into the darker color. But when I mean it, I mean like right there at the middle line where it's a little bit of both. And then I just go in and start redefining. I can get very heavy-handed. Obviously, people who have been watching me know that with everything when it comes to makeup. I'm extremely heavy-handed, whether that's with my blush, my eyebrows, my lip liner. And then I just go back in and dip and keep continuing. That's just me. You know what I mean? You modify it. This is just maybe like a baseline to help you. There's the brow so far. And I'm just going to keep filling it in. Up top's the most important for me because I feel like I have such a heavy brow. Like this area of my face is very heavy that if I don't give myself a proper arch, I look kind of mad. So I try to exaggerate my arch just a little bit more. So now I'm going to go in. And I'm just going to take a clean spoolie and I'm just going to brush and just check what I want to fix and fill in. Now the tail definitely needs a little more work and the top of the brow needs a little more something. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade. Oh, sorry. And I'm going to define that tail just a little bit. Now for the front, I'm going to go into the lighter shade and I'm just going to very lightly brush up. And that's what the brow is looking like so far. Not bad, not bad. So I'm going to clean this one up, work on the other one, and I'll be back when my whole face is on to show you. But that's the gist of it. I don't reset it. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to be perfect. It's not going to move all day. I don't have to fiddle with it. I don't have to clean it up, but you certainly can. I don't really go in and clean it up with concealer because then it becomes way too blocky for my liking. But you do whatever makes you happy. Just make sure you blend your concealer because I've seen it not blended on people and it does look very harsh. I will absolutely link these products down below for you guys, but I will be back. Just give me a few minutes to finish up my brows and the rest of my makeup. I have work today, so I gotta kind of hurry, and then I will be back to show you what it all looks like at the end. And then you know what? One tip I would say is you can either go in with a little bit of shimmer or something maybe more flesh toned or even white, and then you can hit under that brow highlight and it looks stunning. Definitely remember to do a brow highlight. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay, my beautiful friends, so here is my eyebrows. I wanted to show you in a more natural lighting because I have a nice big window in my room. I actually have 3 windows, so it just feels like it's so much easier to show. This is the product. Here's the actual eyebrow. Really close. Forgive my skin. It's not like perfect. And I do have a little bit of glitter in my eyebrow that isn't product, but look at that. Now you can actually see, like, here, let me bring you pretty close. The eyebrows look they really don't look bad. So if you're struggling, I know this is weird. And even if you only download TikTok strictly just to check out the filter, like if you're really, really struggling, a good rule of thumb is to take let me get a pen. Hold on one sec. Okay, so I have an eyebrow brush. So what a really good rule of thumb is to go from, well, I guess from the corner, or is it this way? Yes, it would be from, sorry. It would be from the bulb of your nose to the corner. Then you would go from your iris for your arch. And then I think you go from the corner of your eye. There is pretty much a way to map out your brows. If you're someone who's like really, really struggling, just make little dots with your pencil and just practice. I am not an expert, you guys. If I ever showed you some of my old brow pics, oh, my brows and I have had a journey. I have had thin brows, almost invisible brows. I've shaved them. I shaved the tail. I've done the real bushy look. I've done the super blocky look. My brows and I have been through it all. Right now, I'm loving what my brows are doing. Definitely let me know, do you think they're flattering? Let me just stand straight. I feel like they look flattering. I had to change kind of a little bit when I got the bigger glasses, if anyone's wondering. These are from Glasses USA. I did do a video about them, so I will link it for you, but just a quick summary. They are the Glasses USA. They're from the brand Muse, and with the discounts and everything, I think they were $54. Definitely look at Glasses USA for discounts. Also, if you're like, well, I don't know what my prescription is, if you have a prescription that is current, they will read the prescription for you. It's just amazing that they can do it, and they will give you your actual prescription, and it was spot on. These are ones that I read from my old prescription, and I have been able, I mean, of course I had an adjustment period just because I've never had lenses this big. In 3 days, I was back to normal, and it wasn't anything like my old pair where I literally was having horrendous like side effects from them. Honeys. But in case you wanted any information about this glasses, I'll link that video. But let me tell you something. I had to change a lot of things because with my old glasses, they were small, so you didn't see a lot. But with these, it feels like a window to my eyes. You know what I mean? So I love these brows. I like doing my makeup videos with you guys a little more casual, so it kind of feels like you're on like the phone with a girlfriend, unless as much as I love professional videos, they become very intimidating. So I want it to feel more like, okay, my girlfriend's explaining to me how to possibly do my eyebrows. I don't wax my brows. I personally have had very bad experiences where I've waxed them too small, or I've waxed off half of my eyebrows, and I like to keep this front hair. I personally just enjoy the way it looks, and I feel like it just looks proper for my face shape. I'm still trying to figure out my face shape. I go back and forth from feeling like it might be round to it might be a little more of a heart-shaped face, oval. I don't know. So if you do know, I would love to hear your opinions about that. But I feel like these brows are easy and beautiful. And I also think that the Imethod Beauty brow wax is great. Like you can see, there's no dander. They don't flake off throughout the day. I just really like them. And I know this feels unnecessary for a brow, but I know that people often struggle mostly with their wing liner and their brows. It's like two of the most daunting things for people. Like my sister still to this day, when I do her makeup, will not let me do her eyebrows. And that's fine. It's just absolutely personal preference, but I hope this helps somebody. I would absolutely love you to stick around and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below for me, and I'll see all of my beautiful friends in the next video. Bye, guys.